Check, check. If anyone's out there on the live stream, we'll be starting in about 7 minutes, 6 minutes. We're going to see. All righty. I'm going to get started now. I will be recording this on Zoom, so be aware of that. And welcome to this afternoon's session on adding video to your Canvas course. I'm Dave Giberson. I'm an old, obviously, instructional design coordinator. Worked for years at the Online Learning Pathways Division at the San Diego Community College District. And I'm coming back now to help out with these professional development sessions on Zoom. And we're live streaming today on YouTube as well. And welcome to those who might drop in at any time. The YouTube stream, of course, is one way, watch and listen, but there is a chat tool there, and I'll try my best to keep an eye on that. If you have any questions, you're welcome to type them in there. So, first off, why bother? Why bother putting video in your online course? It's work. It's not that difficult or that expensive anymore, but it does require some effort. Why bother? Well, video is undeniably the most information-dense medium, instructional medium there is. If one picture is worth 1,000 words, how much are 30 pictures a second worth? It's a tremendous way to explain complex concepts to your students. It's maybe the best way to engage with your students in an online course, either in real time, as with a Zoom meeting, or by recording your messaging or recording your motion video or your screen videos, screencasts, and allowing your students to play those back whenever they wish, as often as they wish. Tremendously powerful medium. What we're going to be dealing with today are the nuts and bolts of how to accomplish this in Canvas, the learning management system we use at the San Diego Community College District. It is, but much of what we say here will be equally applicable to any other LMS. The basic procedures and concepts are the same in most cases. So let's take a quick look at our outline for today, so we'll know what we're going to be doing, so I don't forget what I'm supposed to be doing. We're going to start by talking about places to find instructional video that's already available online. There is a massive amount of instructional video available online, which varies wildly in quality and applicability to any particular course. But the sheer volume of it makes it quite likely that you can find a lot of material that will be germane to your subject matter and your process of instruction without having to create it yourself. We're going to look at some free online video repositories that contain significant amounts of instructional video that you can use to your heart's content. And we'll also talk about some of the repositories that are not free, but that are provided by the libraries of the colleges at the San Diego Community College District. Once we've looked at some places where you can find video, we're going to look at the nuts and bolts of how to share those instructional videos with your students through Canvas. And we'll also look at the process of adding your own videos to Canvas, videos you may have created in any number of different video production tools, and then uploaded to either YouTube or Canvas Studio, which we have available here at the San Diego District. And then how to share with your studios or with your students from those particular sources. And finally, we'll look at whatever time we have left in our 2-hour period. We'll look at creating videos just a little bit in Canvas Studio and in Zoom. That's not the primary focus of this session, but if we have any time left over, we'll spend a little bit of it on that. All righty. So let's first off, the first place we're going to visit is the San Diego Community College District Online Learning Pathways Open Educational Resources site. Okay, this site contains links to a wide variety of free, aka open, educational resources available online, many different types. Much of the site focuses on open textbooks that you can use with your students for little or no cost to you or the students. And we have well over 300 open textbooks in a variety of many different subjects accessible through this site. So we encourage you to take a look at that. But we're primarily going to be dealing today with online video repositories. You'll find those under More OER, More Open Educational Resources, here in the menu at the top of the site. Oh, and of course, by the way, the site itself can be reached at the URL you see here, sdccdoer.net/OER_SDCCD. Let me put that in both the local and the YouTube chat tool here. Just a second, let me bring that back up. And there we go. Go, and let me copy that and put it in the YouTube chat as well. All righty. Sorry about that delay. So let's go to more OER here. And if we scroll down, you'll see lots of links to repositories of open educational resources here. The one we're specifically interested in today is the instructional video repositories list. This is by no means exhaustive or encyclopedic. There are lots of places on the web that you can use, or where you can find instructional video that you can use in your courses freely and legally, that you can link into your courses in ways that we'll look at here in a minute. But these are some of the major sites that we're happy with promoting. But there's nothing like just a Google search for videos in a particular subject area to get you on your way as well. The Khan Academy, for instance, the ancestor of almost all instructional video sites on the web, Salman Khan, has done a tremendous job, and all the people who have worked with him. There's a simple search box at the top, and if you want videos in a certain subject area, he started with math videos primarily, but now there's stuff in almost every subject area on here. If you find something, if something pops up that looks useful, you can just click on a link to it. And within a reasonable period of time, hopefully, the video will load. And you can play it. Not only can you play it, but you can also link it into your students, or into your learning management system. You can get the playback link for the video just by clicking on this copy link button right here. Okay. Back up here, back out of Khan Academy. And these other repositories are quite similar. TED, of course, the Technology and Entertainment Design talks are world famous. They're all archived, and many of them are exceptionally germane to a wide variety of subject material. You can always go there. Again, finding just wild amounts of useful material here. There is a search function in the upper right-hand corner here. Let me pull that in just in case you've got some video windows there. Click on that, and I'm an old chemist, so I'll keep punching that. A crash course in organic chemistry. Well, I'd love to see that. I spent many years teaching organic chemistry. Okay, if I click on that, I can, of course, watch it here, but I can also share it in a variety of ways. I can get the basic URL for this video, the link, or I can also get an embed code. If you're not a programmer, don't freak out about this. This is not something you have to understand. You just have to understand how to get the embed code onto your clipboard. And I'll show you how to use it a little later on. So TED's a little more flexible here. We can get both direct links to the video, URLs for the video, and embed codes. And we'll see how to use those in Canvas here in a few minutes. And back to our more OER. And the rest of these are going to be quite similar, of course, in the way they function. All will provide you with the access to watch instructional videos for free, and will provide you with the links, at least the URLs for the videos that you're interested in, and in many cases, embed codes as well. YouTube, notably, we might look. Search for chemistry there. Of course, if we find the YouTube video we're interested in, we can just click on it. Perhaps endure some ads that we can't eliminate. But then just click on the share button below and to the right of the video, and we'll have access to both the basic link for the video, which we can copy to our operating system clipboard just by clicking the copy button here, or the embed code, which we can put on the clipboard in the same way. And again, we'll see how to use those embed codes in a few minutes. So we certainly don't have to go through and look at every one of those options. These are all useful. They have video in different sorts of subject areas. They're all searchable. They all will provide you with at least a URL, a link, a web link to that you can use to share these videos with your students. And we find from time to time, we find other repositories that we're especially enamored of, and we'll add those here. Alrighty, let's see where we are here. In addition to those free repositories that you can find yourself or that you can look for on our OER site, there are some video repositories provided by your libraries. And this is going to vary from school to school. Even within the San Diego Community College District, some colleges provide access to a different set of instructional videos, which can be accessed and shared with your students in Canvas. We'll illustrate how to do that here in a few minutes when we talk about actually sharing these videos with your students in Canvas, but this is something to always keep in the back of your mind. There may be some high quality instructional videos that are not generally accessible to the public that you have access to by virtue of being a faculty member at one of our colleges or at your college, wherever that institution might be. And it's worth looking for, and I'll show you how you can access those through your Canvas LMS. So let's start talking about the nuts and bolts of sharing video with your students through Canvas. I'm going to pull up our Canvas system here. I'm already logged in. Presumably you know how to make that work. I'm going to jump back to just the very minimal home page that we have here. And I'll just make a module. The usual way. Most learning management systems have some means of creating learning modules or just modules that contain collections of related links to all sorts of different types of content, including video. So the question becomes, how do we add links to videos that we found out on the web that are already online that we would like our students to be able to watch? Well, in Canvas, at least, in a Canvas module, on the same line as the title bar of the module, there is a plus sign, which is a button that allows you to add items, links to this module. And there are different types of links that you can add. In our case, the exact thing that we add to the module is going to vary depending on exactly what information we have about what access information we have for the video. If, say, we just have the URL for the video, an appropriate thing to do might be to create a so-called external URL, a web link, a hyperlink by any other name. When we tell Canvas we'd like to add that to a Canvas module, we're asked for two things and a decision. We're asked for the URL of the video, the link, the web link for the video, and a name that gives basically an anchor for the hyperlink that gives students something to click on that describes the video. So let's go find a video on one of these sites that we were just working with. Let's see. Let's go to TED. What the heck? And we'll search again for chemistry. I like this one, a crash course in organic chemistry. I got to see this. All right. We just bring that video up by clicking on the thumbnail. And here's our share button for our TED videos. And in this case, I just want the basic link, the URL, and there's a copy link button. I don't even have to highlight it manually and copy it to the clipboard with a Control-C or a Command-C, depending on whether you're on a PC or a Mac. So I'll just copy that link to my clipboard and go back to Canvas. And I'll just paste that link right here into the URL box. Then I need to provide the name of the link that the students are going to click on, the link text. Go back to TED for that. And a crash course in organic chemistry. All right. I'd thought of that in advance. Let's back up one and just copy that rather than having to type it again. You don't have to watch me type. It's an agonizing process. All right, so we'll go back to Canvas and we'll just paste that text into the page name box here, just name. And then we have the decision whether to have the video appear in the Canvas content frame with the course menu and everything else around it, or whether to load this in a new tab. And generally with video, it's better to select that option. There will be sometimes some repositories of video where the video won't play if you don't load the video page in a new tab or a new browser window, basically. So my advice would probably be to try it, or if in the absence of experimentation, to just check that. It'll work for sure. Once we've supplied this information, all we have to do to make this available to our students is click the Add Item button in the module. Then we do have to, in Canvas, we have to make both the module and the link visible to students by clicking these Publish buttons here. And obviously a white check mark and a green circle indicates that the module and the link have been published. That is, they've been made visible to students. So students who are enrolled in this course can come into this module and click on this link. And when they do so, bada bing, a new browser tab will open up and there's their video. And they can play it to their heart's content. They can play it anytime they like. I interrupted the ad there. There we go. There's the actual video. They can, as in most players, they can full screen it if they want to see things better. And there are, of course, various, they can stop and start the video at will. They can always jump
They're
ahead.
Stitched together.
Or
and it is
use the playback bar here to click and drag back and forth, replay parts of the video, skip over parts of the video, whatever they want to do. And this is generally possible for students in any player interface. It's easier in some than others, but it's generally applicable. And when we're when the student is done with that video, to return to Canvas, all they have to do is close that tab right there in the browser and click back into their Canvas tab, and they're right back home. They will have to probably navigate manually back to their modules, because you opened that in a new tab, and it makes them jump back manually, which is a little bit of an undesirable feature in the interface, but it works. All right, so that would same process would be the same pretty much no matter what video site you you use to access this. Just a second, let me check something here. Oh my goodness. Excuse me just a second. I got lots of, yeah, all right. Shucks. Tell you what, we're gonna have to interrupt this for a second. I appear to have a passcode set that I wasn't aware of. Sorry.